This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, hi there, ho there, it's Jeff Cutter Dobby. Welcome you to another Sports Catastrophe on this day. And on this day, 50 years ago, May 13th, 1973, one of the most famous male versus female tennis matches of all time happened. Instantly, you're thinking Riggs versus King. Bobby Riggs versus Billie Jean King. But no, I already did a video on that last year. However, the video I'm doing for this year is the match that actually ended up breaking things down in a sense. So anyway, there are a lot of people willing to watch it. So it's May 13th, 1973 in Ramona, California, at a resort. They decided to have a match. Margaret Smith Court was one of the greatest ladies tennis players of all time. She won lots of tournaments and all that. So anyway, the big story was that Margaret Smith Court just turned 30 and gave birth to a child. So she was back into tennis, and she was basically the #1 female player in the world. She was doing it for the 7th time. And all that. Bobby Riggs was once a great player in the 40s. In fact, he went to Wimbledon, and in a time you're allowed to bet on yourself, literally, he put down lots of money to make sure that he won the men's singles, the mixed doubles, and the men's doubles. At such high odds, the British betting parlors were just too pleased to take his money. Joke was on them. He won everything. So anyway, he was a #1 player 3 times and won 6 majors. After he retired in 1951, he would become a showman, if you will, a con artist. And in 1973, at the age of 55, he said, "I could beat any woman I want." And he actually challenged Billie Jean King first. Unfortunately, she declined. So Margaret Smith Court decided, you know what, I'm going to take this challenge. So on Mother's Day in 1973, in front of 5,000 fans, including Bill Cosby, yeah, I know we don't talk about him. O.J. Simpson, yeah, I know we don't talk about him. And some other great athletes. And in front of a CBS Sports crowd, Riggs and Court faced each other. Riggs descended the stadium steps and presented Court with flowers, and she courtesied to him. Unfortunately for Margaret Smith Court, it was not the best action, as she ended up being crushed 6-2, 6-1 by Riggs, who used drop shots and lobs to keep Court off balance. Court could not adjust to Riggs' style, and Bobby Riggs won the match. He was kind of a hero to some, a villain to others. So it looked like Bobby Riggs was right. Men were better than women in sports and all that. Riggs basically taunted the female players, and King finally decided, enough is enough. I'm going to face Mr. Riggs. And in front of a primetime audience, September 20th of 73 on ABC, in the Battle of the Sexes. They would face each other in the Houston Astrodome. It kind of didn't make sense that a cavernous stadium like the Astrodome would host a tennis match. But Riggs got defeated. Anyway, King crushed Riggs in 3 sets, and it was fantastic. 90 million people worldwide watched this match, and 30,000 fans watched this match. It's the largest attendance to see a tennis match in the US, but I mean, tennis stadiums aren't built for 30,000 people. And people thought that Riggs had deliberately lost the match. But he said that, Rick said he underestimated Billie Jean King, and it worked. It made the Women's Tennis Federation take notice, and the women's liberation as a whole. So, but Rick got. Although he would say that he helped women's tennis along by losing to Billie Jean King. But anyway, yeah. So the Riggs versus Court match was the catalyst for Riggs versus Billie Jean King in the Battle of the Sexes. You know, sometimes the prequel is better than the actual event, but not really in this case. Anyway, I'm Joe Diamond. I do